You know, they rose up. You know, and so we have to rise up. We have to take on their same spirit. On October 25th, and I'm sure it was already talked about. Well, I'm hoping October 22nd has already been talked about, but I'm going to add another piece to the puzzle. Well, October 22nd is National Police Brutality Day. Of course, the criminalization against a generation of repression, and of course, police terrorism, mass incarceration. But on October 25th, at the East Side Art Alliance, we have families coming in from different states of the country, all over the country, coming to the East Side Art Alliance, along with a lot of young people, at least 6, hopefully 6, I'll say at a minimum 4, that is coming out of Ferguson that's directly on that front line right now. Right. One of them just got tear gassed last night and been hospitalized because of the recent shooting. So anyway, they want to give a report back, but not only that, they have heard about the Bay Area. They have heard about the root of activism here to empower them, because really they're looking here. There's no place like the Bay Area, but to empower them. If you could come to the event, that would be powerful for them, because it would give them the encouragement to continue on. I see your hand, sister, but I'll say this. I'm going to get to you. It was the community that embraced us as a family, that loved us, that prayed with us, that went back and forth to court with us, but more importantly, stood up and spoke to the injustice that they saw. To embrace these young people and to embrace these families that come will empower them to stand up. Because that's how we were able to do it, because of you. Had it not been for you taking the videos of what happened to Oscar Grant, none of us would know who Oscar is.
Tell them about the families that's coming.
My wife said, tell you about the families that's coming quickly. Kendrick Johnson family, the young man that was rolled up in the wrestling mat, his internal organs was taken, their family will be here. The Emmett Till family is scheduled to come, but they may end up having to go to Washington, but if they don't, they'll be here. The Marlon Brown family, known as the vegetable garden murder, where it's caught on police cam. The police officer ran them over. It's on, you could go to YouTube, the vegetable garden murder or Marlon Brown. The Andrew Joseph family out of Tampa, Florida, another young man, child, 14, was basically arrested. You could go to YouTube again or Google and find out the story, but he ended up getting killed.
Ron Davis.
Ron Davis, the father of Jordan Davis. The recent case that we just got a victory on with Michael Dunn being incarcerated. Yeah. That's right. They will be here. We can clap for that.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah. So accountability is critical, and we need to see that. But the only way that happens is that we be involved, that we stand with families and people that are actually facing off the militarization that exists. Because their strength only comes from us. It comes from us in numbers. It comes from us believing that they're doing the right thing, and that we encourage each other to continue to do what they're doing, which is the right thing. Because if we fail, and I'm going to say this and shut up, but if we fail, as I was saying, we do our babies and our grandbabies a disservice. So we have a responsibility to them. I apologize as an uncle, a man born in the 50s, to hit the 80s to be tricked by dope that my brother just talked about. Because when that dope hit our communities, we felt in our responsibilities to grasp those families, embrace those families, to love those families, so that those children wouldn't grow up without a father or a mother, or in a dysfunctional home. And because we fell behind 2 generations. 3 generations, my wife said. And so we have a generation that doesn't understand the history of the struggle. And we have to remind them of that history. We have to teach them of that history. That's why Emmett Till is critical to know. Rosa Parks is critical to know. The history of the United States is critical to know. I keep saying I'm going to shut up. One more thing hit my mind, then I'm going to shut up. And it's about the state. In other words, emancipation took place, and right behind emancipation came the black codes. If you don't know what the black codes is, check it out. In the fight to get past the black codes, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment came into existence. We thought we had arrived, and then all of a sudden Jim Crow really hit us hard. If you don't know what Jim Crow is, look it up. And during the course of the Jim Crow eras, the Emmett Till murder took place, the Rosa Parks stood up, and the civil rights movement took off, And then we thought we had arrived, but underneath that was this thing called law and order, which we know today as mass incarceration. That's the battle we're in today.
That's right.
It's a critical battle.
That's right.
And if we're going to survive as a society, we must understand this battle. We are in a psychological warfare.
That's right.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
Michael laid in the streets for the purpose of getting us to understand what happened to a young man that was hung in a tree and left there for days to see. He was laid purposely in that street for hours for us to see, to understand what we may have to face if we don't do what we're told.
Sit down and shut
And
up.
just allow the criminalization to continue. So, I'm going to shut up. And this is a sister that was raising her hand. Go ahead, sister.
Louder.
Could you repeat the information?
Set the mic up to her.
Okay. Oh, the information for the event. Okay, okay, so we know about October 22nd at the Fruitville Park Station, 1 o'clock. Please be there. That will entail the National Day of Police Terrorism, of course, mass incarceration, repression, and the criminalization of a generation. That's 1 o'clock. If you live close to Sacramento, in Sacramento from 9 to 3 on the north side of the state capitol, we also have an event on the same date, October 22nd. So really, we don't have any excuses. But if you fail to miss those, come out and embrace these families on October the 25th at the East Side Art Alliance at 6 p.m. It's going to be powerful. These young people from Ferguson, I'm sure, would love to see you. Because, matter of fact, just before coming in these doors, I just got a call from another young man out of Ferguson that was just so excited. Said he got his money together, he got his plane ticket, he's coming.
That's
You know,
right.
and so I'm just getting this. And the word is not spread in Ferguson that they want to come to Oakland.
Yeah.
You know, that's powerful. So we need to thank ourselves for being the root and the vision for all the communities to see just how activism works.
The pledge.
And I've just been talking about the pledge. You know, you heard me say, if you're tired of living in a society like this, you have to feel like we feel and take this pledge. And do I have the pledge in front of me?
Yes,
Have
you
we
do.
done this pledge? Here, we haven't done
We
it
showed them the
today?
video at the
showed the
beginning
video.
from Fruitvale Station.
Let's take
Oh,
the
the one
pledge
that I
now.
was
Let's
in?
all take the
Yeah.
pledge now. Yeah.
We want everyone to repeat after you.
Okay, so we're going to do the pledge before we go out of here. And this will help plant that seed deeper because this is a critical step. And when we make this pledge, we're really meaning it from our heart that we're speaking about our babies and our grandbabies that are coming behind us to do something about it. So, okay, the pledge goes today. Where's the okay. Police.
No, right here. Do it after this.
yeah.
Do it after this.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
You got to repeat it and mean
repeat
it. Repeat
so
it like you mean
I'm only say
it.
a few lines and then you repeat after me. Today we pledge.
Today we pledge.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Latino lives matter.
Latino lives matter.
All lives matter.
All lives matter.
Mass incarceration.
Mass incarceration.
We say no more.
We say no more.
Police murders.
Police murders.
We say no more.
We say no more.
Torture in the prisons.
Torture in the prisons.
We say no more.
We say no more.
Criminalization of a generation.
Criminalization of a generation.
We say no more.
We say no more.
Attack on immigrants.
Attack on immigrants.
We say no more.
We say no more.
We will not
We will not
be silent.
be silent.
We will resist
We will resist
until these shameful
until these shameful
horrors
horrors
really are no more.
no more. Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.